Hello my people, it's another great day. It's spring here and backyard gardens, flowers and plants are flourishing. Admittedly, I used to struggle with making decent chapatis. Over time, I've found different ways of making good ones. That's thanks to YouTube. So today I will make chapatis using a new method that I learned in YouTube. This method uses 4 ingredients and hopefully you guys will like it. If I can remember the person I saw it from, I can tag them. But I hope you guys will enjoy it. It's really easy and I thought I should post it here for everyone to at least, maybe for those people who struggle like me. So it uses flour, water, salt and oil. So literally 4 ingredients. So stay tuned and let's see how that works. So I will start by measuring how much flour I'm going to need for that session. And for this, I'll need 4 cups of flour. So I'll go ahead and measure 4 cups. And I'll add salt. For salt, I used 1 tablespoon. I think that's a lot if you ask me, but that did work for me. They were a little salty, but they were still fine. So I used a tablespoon of salt, and then I mixed the dry ingredients together. Just mixing it really just to make sure that the salt is not in some areas and not the others. So just give it a decent mix. So that's what I'll continue to do now. And the next step will be to add 1.5 cups of water. Just something to note is that the water is warm. So I did set up my water heater before that so I can start warming it. So just warm, again, not hot, warm water. So we're going to add 1.5 cups of water, but note that I'm adding the water gradually. I'm not dumping all the water in there at once. I will continue adding the water and mixing until I get the consistency that I'm looking for. So I'll start with that manual mixer that I'm using, but then that doesn't work all the way well, so you go in with your clean hands and you start kneading. So you can just watch what I'm doing, nothing to it. The kneading is the same as previous videos that I've done, so the kneading doesn't change. Just continue kneading as always. And like I said, you knead and you continue adding a little bit of water, the same water though, the same 1.5 cups of water that I measured from the beginning. You just keep adding that until you get a good result. And in my case, that took like maybe 5 to 6 minutes of kneading until the dough was in the consistency that I needed it. So it's starting to feel smooth to the touch, which is what you want. So that's the right consistency. And now I'll go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of oil. That's to make the dough even more softer than it already is. So I'll add that and then I will continue kneading. So this section goes on for like just 2 minutes, and you can already feel the dough is really soft. And now from there, I'm going to cover my dough with a clean cloth, and that covering takes 20 minutes. You can do more, but over here I did 20 minutes. So like I said, it's spring. Flowers are so beautiful, so it's definitely a good time to be outdoors, which is amazing given that we just came from winter. So flowers are looking beautiful. The flower beds are flourishing, so I'm happy about that. So 20 minutes are over. So now I will need it. I'll need the dough on the bench for like on the counter, for like maybe just 2 minutes, and then using a cutter, I will cut the dough into 2 equal parts. They don't have to be 2. That will all depend on the amount of chapatis you're making. But for the sake of the video, we're going to cut them into 2 equal parts. And then I will take one part to start working on it first. So I will spread that. And when you're spreading, you have to add a little bit of flour to make sure it doesn't stick to your pin. So I will continue spreading that. Something to note here, it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is just to spread it. So the spreading is done, so I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of oil, and then I'll spread the oil across, just making sure it's evenly distributed. And then I'll sprinkle a little bit of flour. And the purpose of this flour is to give you the chapati layers. This is what's going to give you the layers that you see the chapatis at the end. So after spreading, I'll get the pizza cutter again, and I will slice it into different sections, not fully slicing. It's just like the video is showing, so you're not slicing through, you're just kind of separating them to create layers like you see in the video. So I'm going to fold those cut sections. And then I will spread it again. I'll spread the dough out again. Again, they don't have to be perfect, still just good enough to, for you to work with. And now I'll go in with the cutter again, and I'll cut the dough into strips, like you can see, like you see in the video. So I'll continue cutting those strips out, and then I'll fold them. You can already see the layers in there as I fold. So that one I folded and kind of got it ready for flattening. But for the rest, I'm just gonna fold them and show you how they would look folded. So that's how they would look. You can see how the layers will develop. I'll continue doing that, folding until all the strips are done. And you're gonna follow the same process for the other section of the dough. So now I'm going to flatten them. So this is where now you worry about how round your chapatis are. You don't want to do raggedy chapatis, so it's good to make sure that they're nice and round. Then once you flatten them in a pre-warmed pan, you're going to put your chapati there, turn it around, and you apply oil like you see in the video. So you can see that they are starting to brown. So once one side browns, you spread some oil and you just keep turning it just a couple times, and you know it's ready when it's all brown. So look at that, so ready, so inviting, and like you see, there are already some layers starting to form. So you repeat that process for all your dough, and this is the final result. Those are the chapatis that came out. Let's try and open them. You see the layers over there. They are so yummy. They are full of layers, and man, they were so good. Everyone loved them. So I look forward to making more chapatis using this method. It's really simple, and honestly, anyone can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.